Today, we're diving into 10 seriously underrated anime featuring overpowered main characters who deserve way more hype. If you love chaotic power levels, stylish fights, and MCs who refuse to struggle like normal people, this countdown is absolutely for you. Kicking off with number 10, Plunderer. Plunderer is one of those anime where the plot looks like it drank 3 energy drinks, tripped over itself, then kept running anyway. But listen, underneath the chaotic fan service and questionable fashion choices, there's actually a fun world with a wild power system based on counts. And then there's Lit, our mysterious, goofy, absolutely unserious MC who pretends he's a clown but casually solos armies when things get serious. The man flips from pervy uncle energy to nation-destroying war legend in half a second. And honestly, the whiplash is half the entertainment. People clown this anime way too much, but if you go in with a let's have fun mindset, the fights hit hard, the lore becomes addictive, and Lit's emotional backstory turns the show from chaotic comedy into something genuinely compelling. Is it messy? Yes. Does it care? Absolutely not. And that's exactly why it's underrated. Sliding to number 9, Chrome-shelled Regios. If you love dystopian settings with giant monsters, mysterious power systems, and academy drama that actually feels intense, Chrome-shelled Regios is a hidden gem. The story drops you into a world where humanity lives in mobile cities, because the outside world is basically Monster Buffet. And our MC Leifon strolls in acting like he has the most normal resume ever, despite being one of the most dangerous fighters alive. Leifon is that quiet guy in class who looks like he minds his business, but can casually slice through skyscraper-sized monsters when pressed. Sure, the story sometimes feels like it's running toward 20 mysteries at once, but the show is still way better than its reputation suggests. Leifon carries entire arcs effortlessly. Landing on number 8, Dances with the Dragons. Now this one? Criminally underrated. Dances with the Dragons mixes political schemes, sci-fi energy, and spell formulas that feel like calculus homework, but in a cool way. The show follows 2 sarcastic, constantly broke specialists, Gaius and Gigina, who hunt dangerous creatures using a magic system that looks like someone weaponized spreadsheets. Their banter alone carries half the series. It's like watching 2 geniuses who can rewrite physics but still forget to pay rent. When the action starts, the spells hit with terrifying precision. Gaius pulls off strategies that feel like he's 3 episodes ahead of everyone else, and Gigina fights like he's auditioning for Most Violent Dragon Whisperer. Looking at number 7, The Sacred Blacksmith. Ah yes, the anime where swords, magic, and early 2010s character designs collide in glorious chaos. The Sacred Blacksmith might not look groundbreaking at first glance, but its charm sneaks up on you. Cecily, our earnest knight, wants to protect her city, but her sword skills need Jesus. Luckily, she crosses paths with Luke, the brooding blacksmith whose sword-crafting ability feels way too powerful for the economy he lives in. Luke acts cold, edgy, and perpetually annoyed, but the man can forge weapons that could bankrupt a kingdom. Every time he enters a fight, the difficulty level drops like he typed in cheat codes. And yes, the anime has pacing issues, but the chemistry between characters and the world's darker backstory make up for it. Cruising to number 6, 100. If you've watched 100, you already know it's basically the cousin of Infinite Stratos, but with slightly more plot and an MC who doesn't run from responsibility like it's cardio. Hayato isn't just OP, he's the only one who can save the planet unless he oversleeps level OP. The world is under attack by giant alien creatures called savages, and Hayato steps in with power that makes the military look like background dancers. And yes, there's a school setting. Yes, there's a harem. And yes, the girls fall for him faster than the show can animate it. But there's something fun about how 100 fully commits to being over the top. Dropping into number 5, the Irregular at Magic High School. Tatsuya Shiba is the human embodiment of the phrase, "I could solo your entire bloodline." Nothing in this anime challenges him. Nothing. The man walks in with the expression of someone deciding what to eat for lunch and dismantles top-tier magicians without losing his calm. And that's the beauty of it. While the school setting starts off chill, the lore slowly expands into military politics, family conspiracies, and magic engineering so advanced it borders on sci-fi. Tatsuya isn't just strong, he's broken. He bends the rules of the world, resurrects people, shuts down opponents' powers, and casually redefines what magic can do, all while being polite about it. The only downside? His sibling bond with Miyuki is intense. Let's call it romantically charged sibling energy and move on. But with smart world building, clean animation, and an MC built like a final boss, this anime absolutely deserves more respect. Rolling into number 4, The Fruit of Evolution. This show feels like someone took every isekai trope, blended it, and said, all right, but let's make it unhinged. And honestly, it works. Seiichi starts off bullied, lonely, and living the life of every forgotten background character until he eats a mysterious fruit that turns him into an OP monster slayer with sparkly hair and ridiculous stats. The comedy is loud, chaotic, and constantly roasting its own cliches. Even the villains feel like they know they're in an anime. And while a gorilla waifu might scare some people off, staying with the show reveals wholesome character development, ridiculous power-ups, and surprisingly intense battles. Stepping into number 3, Arifureta. This is the glow-up anime of the decade. Hajime starts as a soft boy with mid-tier stats and ends up a gun-wielding, monster-eating trenchcoat menace who looks like he stepped out of a dark fantasy JRPG. The transformation alone is worth the watch. The world is dangerous, the classmates are shady, and the dungeons feel like they were designed by someone who hates humans. Hajime's "do not mess with me" energy is unmatched, and his relationship with Yua is one of the most unbothered ride-or-die pairings in isekai history. The CGI early on? Yeah, we don't talk about those spiders. But once the story stabilizes, the action goes crazy. Charging into number 2, The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Anos Voldegoad is the most disrespectful MC ever created. The man killed someone with his heartbeat. His heartbeat. You can't top that. The show is basically a 12-episode highlight reel of Anos embarrassing everyone who doubts him. But beneath the absurd power flexing, there's actually a compelling reincarnation plot with political layers, betrayal, and deep emotional stakes. The supporting cast, especially Misha and Sasha, add warmth to the story, and every episode mixes comedy with surprisingly heavy lore. Anos' personality is what makes this anime gold. He's confident without being annoying, kind without being soft, and savage without hesitation. Watching him roast arrogant nobles is therapy. Finally, number 1, Black Bullet. This anime has every ingredient for a classic. Dark sci-fi setting, terrifying world-ending creatures, emotional stakes, and a young MC who grows under insane pressure. Rentaro might not look like your typical overpowered protagonist, but once he activates his abilities, he becomes a force of nature. His dynamic with Enju is heartfelt, the battles are intense, and the story mixes tragedy with hope in a way that sticks with you long after the credits roll. The villains feel genuinely threatening, the losses hit hard, and the pacing makes the world feel constantly on the edge of collapse. And that wraps up our list of underrated anime with ridiculously overpowered main characters. If you found a new show to binge, drop a comment telling me which one you're starting tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow anime fans. More wild recommendations are coming your way soon.